Friday Night legend Boobie Miles once said, "Hype is something that's not for real. I'm all real." Unfortunately, the following players on this list were not all real. Not even close. Like a deceptive trail of candy that led only to a pile of shit, owners followed every puff piece and coach speak straight to a whopping bust. Oftentimes, owners clung all year to these guys based on their earlier hype, starting them and waiting for the breakout that never came. Yes, these players qualify as pure busts too, but this award focuses more on the crashing and burning hype train that we all rode to Blue Ball City. Let's hop aboard one more time and look at 2017's nominees for Most Overhyped Player of the Year. Amari Cooper.
Start with perhaps not the longest of the hype trains, but definitely one of the most star-studded and probably the most impactful, and definitely one of the most entertaining ones. Let's begin on May 25th, Mr. Amari Cooper. He says he's going to be a lot more productive going forward this year. Very productive. Thank you, Amari. That was a great nugget. And then on June 15th, not a month later, Derek Carr. That dog is coming out of Amari Cooper. Ooh, that thing you saw at Alabama where he'd just take games over, Carr continued. Defensive backs better know he's really taking it more serious. He's going to go attack them this year. Yeah, he is, yeah. He's not going to let them come to him anymore. Really, yeah. Well, let's get in the real deal here. Good thing the dog finally came out of Cooper so he could record career lows across the board. 45 receptions, 565 yards, and 6 TDs low. Despite often going in the second round and well ahead of DeAndre Hopkins, Cooper finishes the wide receiver 37. Great finish. That dog, again, really came out, Amari. Awesome. Well below the likes of Kenny Stills, Nelson Aguilar, and Jermaine Kearse. All undrafted. Really, really useful. Thanks for that one, dog and all, Amari Cooper. Awesome stuff.
DeVante Parker.
Settle in and get nice and cozy if you're looking for a hype train long enough to span all 7 continents and every shithole found in between them. This one's DeVante Parker. Yeah, we all know this one. May 6th, Dolphins O-coordinator Clyde Christensen expecting a gigantic year. Ooh, huge. He loves what he's seeing out of Parker, who's healthy and hungry. Yeah, we all know about those improved habits. Kept raving about him all offseason. May 19th, Parker even says, yeah, I'm practicing harder. Big season's coming in 2017. May 22nd, not even 3 days later. Let's continue piling on the tour. Multiple sources told the Miami Herald that DeVante Parker has been so impressive this offseason that coaches feel he's finally developing into a dominant threat. Yes, dominant threat. Oh yeah, very dominant. June 7th, according to the Palm Beach Post, there are strong indications, strong, yes, that DeVante Parker is primed for a giant leap, giant leap in his 3rd NFL season. And not a month later, July 27th, the Miami Herald reports that DeVante Parker blew up on the first day of training camp. Oh shit, we're on the field and now it's finally happening there too. Awesome. August 17th, let's continue piling it on because it's the preseason and we all know how much that matters. Jay Cutler called DeVante Parker, get a load of this one, a faster Alshon Jeffrey. My goodness, I really think he'll have a really great, gigantic year, says Clyde Christensen yet again, just to reiterate that point. Oh my goodness, let's take a look at the real deal, why don't we, DeVante? Gigantic year, all those improved habits, you're sleeping better, you're eating better, amazing, your work ethic so much harder and giving it your all at practice. You took a nice step backwards for all that, totaling only 606 yards after an already disappointing 744 the year before. And let's talk about that one total touchdown. Amazing, really useful, really helpful, gigantic, dominant threat. Amazing. It was all good, you dominant threat. Wide receiver 58. That's how dominant you were. Amazing. Less dominant than Ryan Grant, Travis Benjamin, and Brandon LaFell. Oh, such mainstays on fantasy championships everywhere. Thanks for that hype train. Really helped out your owners this summer, DeVante.
Terrelle Pryor.
Settle in for another one that's going to cause owners to want to rip out throats and smash a lot of windows as they hear the name Terrelle Pryor. Yeah, this was a fun one. April 14th, Terrelle Pryor and Kirk Cousins are working out together this offseason, really honing that rapport. Pre-OTA workouts, definitely showing that work ethic, right? May 10th, Terrelle Pryor expects to be a difference maker in the red zone for the Redskins this season. Yeah, promised a lot of red zone usage, weren't you, Terrelle Pryor? May 29th, Kirk Cousins said he wants to get Terrelle Pryor as many touches as possible. That's a great one. June 14th, speaking at minicamp, Kirk Cousins vowed to target Terrelle Pryor heavily on downfield routes this offseason. Vowed. Stronger than marriages. What a great vow that was. Awesome. And then June 25th, Terrelle Pryor will spend part of the summer training with Antonio Brown, and then July 13th, he's working out with Randy Moss. Look at that, all that off-season work with some of the best in the game. Incredible. Thanks for sharing. And July 22nd, Browns wide receivers coach Al Saunders. Ooh, yes. Al Saunders would be shocked if Pryor isn't in the Pro Bowl this year. Shocked indeed. Well, let's find out how Terrelle Pryor did, shall we? Al Saunders, are you shocked about how glad those workouts panned out and how he only played 8 games? And he really got as many touches as possible on those downfield routes. Nothing like 20 receptions, Kirk. Thanks for that vow of 20 catches again over 9 games. Yeah, I'm going to get you the ball as much as possible downfield and in the red zone. And this great offseason, 240 total yards and 1 TD. A whopping 50 PPR fantasy points for, hey, get this, wide receiver 100 finish. Creatures named Josh Bellamy, Justin Hardy, Chester Rogers, Tavares King, and Chris Moore all totaled more fantasy points. If you can name the teams that any of those guys played for, I commend you. Thank you for that one, Terrell. Awesome hype dream that led us all into a pile of fucking shit. Thanks.
Ajayi.
Arguably the longest train of them all, Mr. J. Train Ajayi himself. Hype Train just works itself so well into that name, the J Train. Let's begin on January 25th. Our destination and journey started real early this offseason, where the Dolphins believe that Ajayi has just scratched the surface. Seems to be a really common theme for these hype trains, just scratching the surface, right? In his development. Not only a few days later, on February 2nd, we got Ajayi telling us 2016 was my baseline for my career. A month later, March 2nd, Adam Gase is hoping for more passing game involvement from Ajayi in 2017. Oh, why wouldn't he be? As Clyde Christensen a couple months later says, Ajayi's receiving skills are, quote, 200% better than this time last year. 200%, not only 100%, 200. Thanks, Clyde. May 24th, Dolphins coach Adam Gase then suggests Ajayi could see as many as 350 carries this season. Oh man, that's the stuff of fantasy wet dreams if I've ever heard it. Thanks, Gase and Clyde Christensen. Love this guy. We continued to pile on that Ajayi might be the most improved player on the team this offseason, despite me recognizing how good he was last year. Thanks, Clyde. Another great nugget for us all. June 13th, Ajayi said he's ready and primed for bigger workloads in 2017. Okay. June 18th, 5 days later, Ajayi has looked so much smoother, running his routes and finishing receptions this offseason. Another great blurb. Thanks for that one, beat writers. And then June 26th, let's wrap this all up with a great projection. ESPN's Dolphins reporter James Walker believes Ajayi could put up, quote, 1,900 total yards as long as he stays healthy. Yep, lots of great hype coming there. Let's look on this one. He was really 200% improved as a receiver and slated for more passing game involvement, just in time for him to go down with 24 receptions and under 2 catches a game. Yeah, 200% improved, really helpful. Wow, so much better, in fact, that his yards per carry dropped from 4.9 to 3.4, and his yards per game, 84.8 to 66.4. Really, the most improved player on the team. Great. Not to mention that he scored more TDs in week 3 of this preseason with 2 than the entire 2017 season. Wow, great job, Ajayi. Didn't score a single touchdown with the Dolphins this year. And this all led to an RB28 finish. Below, let's see, Chris Thompson in 6 less games. Javorius Buck Allen. Yeah, real household name there. And Duke Johnson, among many, many others, for a guy drafted in round 1 so many leagues. Thanks for that hype. Really useful guys out of Miami.
Ajayi was not able to come in for the interview, but did offer the following comments to be read. Oh wow, what an honor, Overhyped Player of the Year. This one first and foremost has to go out to all those googly-eyed reporters down in Miami. I tell them I want 400 carries, 150 catches, and you best believe every fantasy owner is going to know it's a lock from those guys. According to the writers down there, they'll write anything. Between me and Parker, those writing idiots were constantly stirring up false hype and hope that the Dolphins actually had good players. Really convincing writing, guys. Good stuff. Appreciate all that hype.